Hey, I'm Michael LeBlanc, and owner of Create with Consciousness, and welcome to Divine Dirt Inspirations. So, Divine Dirt Inspirations is a new book called Divine Dirt, and it's a collection of inspirational spiritual teachings, messages, things like that. But it's really one of those that's just a pick it up and kind of get inspired. And today, the story I want to share is called You've Been Given a New Canvas Today. And when I was in high school, I took art class. And I remember they would give us, we actually would build our own canvas and then create that blank slate of a canvas. Or maybe you've taken one of these current, like Painting with a Twist is a local place here where you can go in, and it's an art class, but they give you this blank canvas to create from. And so today's topic was really about, and is about, we are divine beings. And in this now moment, every day when you wake up, we've been given this blank slate. We've been given this new day. And the question then becomes, how am I going to create it? What am I going to do to build it, to go out there? And often, unfortunately, what we do is we draw from past. We draw from past beliefs. We draw from past experiences. And so it's a short one today. And I'm just going to read it to you. So we're going to have a little story time with Michael. So you've been given a new canvas today. You've been given a clean slate. And I just want you to picture that, right? This day, new, hasn't been done before. And you've been given unlimited, and I'm going to say that again, unlimited ideas. You've been given unlimited thoughts to create with, to draw from. And so with this new canvas that you have today, remember, there's millions and unlimited thoughts to build from, to create with. And to not let your past, we all have a past. We all have issues. We've all had stuff happen. We all have limiting beliefs of some form and fashion. If you're ever wondering, is there a part of my life that I have some sort of limiting belief? And maybe it's something that's just outside of your awareness. The easiest way is to look around in your life, and what are the places it's just not working really well? And you've really tried a lot of things, and it's still not working well. Chances are that's where some of your limiting beliefs are. That's where some of those blocks are. Other places in your life that work pretty smoothly, you've done some work, and that's cleaned out, if you will. All right. So today, new day. Don't let your past and limiting beliefs decide what you're going to think, how you're going to create. And specifically, you don't have to let the outer decide how you're going to feel. We have all, I think, been raised to believe we are more of a victim to the outer world, and we're more of a victim to our own feelings. And that's actually false. It does take a lot of work to deliberately feel better on purpose. It's possible, though. Your feelings will follow your focus. You can decide to think a certain way as a way to train your focus to go to a certain way. So today, don't let your past and limiting beliefs decide what you will think and create. You decide. You choose, and not your past. I remember when I first, I'm a life coach, but I'm also a licensed clinical social worker. And I remember in 1987, I was in grad school, to be trained, if you will, to be a therapist. But I felt horrible. And it's like, it should be better than this. And something in me knew it could be better than this. And I made a decision to go into therapy, right? And it began a journey for me. It was never a one-time fix. And alternative healings and all that have been always a passion of mine. But that decision is what had to happen. And so I invite you today to realize you've got a new slate. You've got a clean slate. And you don't need to let past limits, past issues, the way things have been, decide what do you want from this point forward. You decide, you choose. Now, part of my career many moons ago, I was a therapist with a small therapeutic school, and I was director of the school, and I had a group of teenagers. I worked with teens for quite a few years back then. And it's been interesting. Just in the last few months, 3 of them have kind of like popped their heads and somehow re-entered my life. And this is way back in like 2000, so 20-something years ago. They were teens, and I was younger. But the 3 of them, and the interesting thing is, when I was looking for who could come into the school, I was looking for kids they were just ready. It wasn't about their history. It wasn't about their past. It wasn't about, well, how many treatment centers have you been in and psychiatric facilities or any of that stuff. I didn't care. What I cared about was, were you ready? Were you ready to get yourself back on track? Were you ready to catch up? Were you ready to kind of get serious again about you and your life? And if I could get a sense of, yes, they were ready, like that's the decision place they were in, then I took them in. I gave them a shot. And so what's been interesting this last few months is 3 of them have kind of like just shown up. And one was a pretty interesting story. So a buddy of mine, he's sober, and he had gone to a rehab center, right, out of state. And he was sharing with me about a counselor he had at his rehab center who was the most significant person to him, that really helped him the most with his sobriety. Well, come to find out, that person was one of my kids from back many years ago, who is now his counselor at this rehab center, helping him. And it was just this fantastic story, and I've been able to get in touch with him again, and he's got a doctorate, and he's married, and he's doing well. And then I had another kid that popped up recently, and she showed me a picture of her little boy, and she's doing well. And then a third that recently popped up he's actually finishing his doctorate. He's married. He's living in Norway. His wife's currently doing some work in France. He's a seismologist. And it's just this, like, these were teenagers. These were teenagers who had been in multiple, like, rehabs and treatment centers who made a decision, right? It was I have a clean slate, and let me do something else. And so that's the message for today, right? You've been given a canvas. You've been given a new day. And don't let, to the best that you can, your past and limits and old grudges be what is like. I'm having a few issues. Hey, if you're out there, so I see Lisa's out there, I see Katie, you're out there, please say hello. Comment if you would like. But that's today's message. Just, you have a new slate. What do you want to do with it? Don't let your past decide. Again, I'm Michael LeBlanc. My new book is Divine Dirt. It's a collection of inspirations, and it's pictures from my garden. Everything in here I either grew. Today, this one is Picasso Dwarf Canna. And so Picasso painter, new canvas, I went for it. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 11, I'll just be sharing another inspiration. Some of them are going to be inspirations. Some of them are teachings and trainings. Like a couple of days ago, I did a heart meditation. Another one was on centering prayer. Another one was on a journaling technique. So it'll be kind of a blend of those. But I appreciate you tuning in. Please say hello. Hi, Christy. Hi, Lisa. And I will chat with you again on Thursday. You can message me. You can email me at michael@createwithconsciousness.com. And my website is createwithconsciousness.com. Again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll chat soon.